Greetings and welcome, minions, to another episode of Let's Play Dungeons 2.
While the ultimate evil was distracted by demons and the undead, the Alliance was able to regroup. The young Joffrey had followed King Robert onto the throne and was determined to avenge his father's death. To do so, he organized an important political marriage. He invited all the nobles of the kingdom in order to gather their armies into one place. They would launch a major joint strike against the Horde.
And time for the penultimate mission before the final mission. Which is what penultimate means. Why do I keep using... never mind. Indeed. One last obstacle before the final mission. And a semi-difficult mission, I suppose. Depending on how you wish to solve it.
All the nobles of the Alliance's kingdom had been invited to the wedding of Robert's son, Joffrey. If they were to join together to form an army, it would create a force that could even go up against the might of the Horde. Of course, the insidious evil was not planning to simply give up just like that, after all. These nobles had to travel there first, and such trips were notoriously susceptible to all kinds of little accidents.
Oh, yes.
There were several routes that led from various parts of the country up to the castle. The thoughtful evil would have to keep an eye on all of them to take out the advancing nobles in time. Two extremely powerful fighting creatures had joined the ultimate evil, but had been lost in an underground landslide. They were probably still alive, but would need to be dug out.
How inconvenient. Oh well. Let's start by digging out gold. And mana. Alright. And I need more gold. Alright, so. Because there's two ways to play this mission. Either you wipe out all the nobles that approach, or you don't. And both options are actually fine, because you both get a achievement for either option. Now I'm gonna try to take them all out before they actually get that far, but you know, it's nice to know that there's options. Right, so I do have a medical bay. Don't suppose... No, don't. It is not unlocked. Well, at least I do have a manufactory, but... Well, no goblins, of course. Let's just get started with the basics. Right, this room definitely needs to be bigger. And I need more gold. Let's see. Well, that's actually fine. Right, so the enemies will be coming in from there, from up here, and from down here. And that's aside from the things that would normally come.
There was a small village close by, inhabited by tiny creatures, pixies. They were very kind-hearted, cheerful, and friendly. The mere thought of them left a nasty taste in the Gargamelesque evil's mouth. Obliterating these good-hearted creatures from the overworld would drive the esteem in which the ultimate evil was held to new dizzying heights. This, technically speaking, would unlock new research, which could prove to be essential.
Yes, technically that would be true. Right, and my med bay will also need to be expanded. because this is nowhere near big enough for all the sick monsters that I will have. Alright, let's also grab more workers. Might as well get another goblin. Not much I can do right now on the surface.
No one has arachnophobia. A spider nest has been discovered.
So it has. Well, we can deal with that. Right. Let's get another creator mat in here. Right. Don't really need capacity right now. I mean, I've got some basic upgrades, so I'm not totally helpless. Get the arena going. I will want to upgrade my monsters as soon as possible. And I will have to start digging towards wherever my monsters may be. Most likely are. Right. Can I upgrade? Well, as soon as I have enough toolboxes, but that's fine. Right, let's make this better again. And let's seal off this passageway, because I don't need the heroes sneaking about.
The little snots had discovered one of the lost creatures. A mighty troll juggernaut who came with an absurdly high amount of health points and defended itself with strong roundhouse blows. Logs have been piled next to one of the paths. With a nudge, they could be used to block the way.
Yes, very good. Of course, I will need a little bit more monsters than that. Right. I think I'll set this area up as my training room. How the heck am I gonna get in here? Mostly trying to think of ways to prevent the enemies from coming into my base too easily. Right, well, let's actually clear this area out then. Because this will make a fine forge. Right. Alright. Let's board this up with doors. And since goblins are dirt cheap anyway, might as well take them. Right, let's raise the pop cap.
Say, do you know that the Pixie Village still hasn't been destroyed? This would make all sorts of exciting new things available to you, and it's actually quite key to you completing this level successfully. I just thought I'd mention it, by the by.
Oh, don't get smart, narrator. I'm working on it, but I prefer to have all my special creatures available to me.
Oh, look! The first noble is arriving, Ted Stark, the one who wore fur, once Winterfell, and had a death wish. He likes to travel through dangerous terrain without the protection of strong troops. The hateful evil intercepted him before he reached the castle.
Alright, well, let's do that then. Down here, I think. Well, these guys will do that as well. Now, we're not strong enough quite yet to take on the village, but, you know.
Ted Stark went down. That was almost as easy as stealing candy from a baby. Curiously, his head almost immediately detached itself from his torso. The disinterested evil, however, just shrugged its shoulders at this.
Again, I should probably mention, I hadn't seen any of the Game of Thrones things yet, so all these references meant nothing to me. Alright, so let's get the arena set up. Well, at least get it big enough that I can get the fighting pit. We need to research the fighting pit again. The fibromat, yes, sure, but... Alright, let's get the box storage and the barrel storage going. Where's that other creature? Let's get the forge going. And now I just need some gold for the forge. Oh, right, I should have it now.
Enemies have entered the dungeon.
Alright, that was to be expected. Let's see, just a couple of dryads. Centaurs, but, you know, same difference. I think this leads to where our other monster is. Let's get all of you in the fray here. Nick, you can help.
The little snots had dug up one of the lost creatures, a mighty orc ironhide, who, thanks to its incredibly hard armor, could shrug off even the most powerful blows with a yawn. It joyfully rejoined the army of the ultimate evil.
Oh, great. Now we just really need some more gold. And let's get rid of you.
There are countless spiders pouring out of a room that was accidentally unearthed. Disgusting.
That takes an awful lot of gold. Alright. Give me the mana shrine, please. And then I can start expanding the forge a bit. Yeah. Search that spell. Alright, and you orcs can take care of these spiders, please. Looks like we have another crystal mine over here. That's fine. Yep, that was to be expected. Alright, let's get some of our orcs trained up. I think, yeah, we've cleared out all those things. So let's get you trained up. And I can only train you to be an orc chieftain, that's absolutely fine. Still so much more gold to be dug out, more spiders to unlock. But luckily no new nobles that have come to make things difficult. Mana shrine unlocked. That should make this a lot more convenient.
It's payday.
Right, next up the
Another
Frippromat.
nobleman was on his way to the new king's wedding. Waldo Frey was known for his racy parties and had an entourage consisting entirely of his own offspring. Although Waldo was a master at hiding, the stubborn evil was not about to let him reach the castle.
Come on. Why do you have to be so picky? finish this fight quickly. Shouldn't take too long.
The eagle-eyed evil easily found and destroyed Waldo Frey. His days of hide-and-seek were over.
Alright, that should make this a little bit more easy to keep track of. All of you can go back home. We found some more stuff to kill, that's fine. But we'll continue this next time. Thank you all for watching.